Hello everyone, 5:57 p.m. India time. Good morning to people from USA because I work in the US time zone. So I just woke up like an hour ago. So this is a really interesting video which I just thought about it like right now, which I was. The topic is how I like what I do when shit happens with my daily setting routine. So hope this video is helpful or valuable to someone. I'm going to tell you a story of what happened yesterday. And this has happened quite a few times in the last month, so maybe. So, yesterday I just woke up and I did the work. Like, I did some work for an hour or two. And after that, like, maybe sent 60, 70 outbound DMs for the day before because that is something that I had to do, that I do. Okay, so I sent a few DMs, and then I was like, okay, I might as well go ahead and like go chill out with my family a little bit, go to terrace and do this or that. So I did every single thing except the main thing, which is the work. So I basically procrastinated a lot, and then I ended up like taking my phone because I was like, fuck me, I don't want to work. Took my phone, scrolled for 4 5 hours. It was insane. So I woke up at 4 p.m. yesterday, and like I woke up at 4 p.m. and I actually I actually did all of that shit till 3:30 a.m. So almost 12 hours of doing a whole bunch of nothing. So you can imagine like all of those like you can imagine all of those like things, which is every single thing which you are doing which is a waste of time, and it is not something that is contributing to the type of person that you want to become. It is just it's just for me it just erodes my self-esteem even more because I'm just like, why am I not doing the shit which I said I was going to do? So that happened, and at 3:30 a.m. I just went up at my terrace and I was like, okay, shit has happened now. What can we do about this shit? Because if I sleep and if I tell my boss that hey, I didn't do this shit, that I didn't do the work, I didn't put the inputs, he would probably be a little bit sad about it, disappointed about it because of whatever reason. But he would probably be disappointed about it, and yeah, and the input still would be undone. Or I could go ahead and do the inputs right now and change the story. Like so for but I didn't want to do it because I was like, because if you actually go ahead and like fry your dopamine receptors for 11 hours doing nothing, and like if you actually go ahead and do that, there's like little to no motivation for you to actually go ahead and like do something productive. And not just that, I was actually seeing a whole fucking like, it takes a while for me to do the follow-ups. It takes a while, like it takes a long time to do 200 outbound DMs. By long I mean like the whole work thing. It takes, if I just do it fucking quickly, it like if I do speed run of it, it should take me about 5 to 7 hours speed run. So by speed run I mean just doing the thing. Like I'm not fucking around. I'm not going and drinking water and like I'm just walking here and there. So whatever. So I did that shit. I was like, fuck it. Like, what is the stories that I want to tell myself about this situation happening? I was like, I don't want to be a bitch, and I just came down. I didn't see my phone. I just didn't do anything. Came down, just fucked around. Like I logged out of Instagram from all my phones and sat on this table, started working. Like in the beginning, I just started tracking, which is the work that I wanted to do. I started a timer, and yeah, we started working, guys. So what is the lesson from here? The lesson is, if shit happens in your life, if this has not happened just once time, this has happened quite a few times. So once I was like gone to a wedding or some shit, like a party event, and then I came home and I was like fucked. Like I'm just tired, and like it's already 1 p.m., 2 p.m. in EST time, and I was just like, fuck me, like I can't be bothered, I am sleep deprived and this and that. The thing is, all of the reasons that you tell yourself that you cannot do the work are all valid. Like you only need one reason to not do the work that you need to do. I am too tired. I'm sleep deprived. I am my back hurts. Yeah, my back hurts. Like or I just feel like this. I just feel like that. There are other things that I want to do. I want to talk to my friends. All of those things that all of the reasons that you're telling yourself are all valid, but if you don't do the work, the outcome doesn't happen. So the work is important. So for me, if shit like that happens, maybe this might be helpful to you. So for me, whenever this shit happens, what I just like think about is what is the story that I want to tell myself about this thing happening. So okay, I'd fucking fucked around for 12 hours. What is the story that I want to tell myself? Like, okay, he did that, but after that, he worked so fucking hard that the net outcome was positive. So, like, that kind of shit. So, I was like, okay, what can I do now? Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and send outbound DMs. So I send outbound DMs. Then I'm gonna like after sending like 70, 80, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do some follow-ups from yesterday. I did some follow-ups. Okay, now I'm going to send more outbound DMs, and more follow-ups, more follow-ups. So from that, I slowly started recovering from the pit or the from the rut that I was in. And guess what? I went up, and I went up at a certain level. And generally, like honestly speaking, I'm not proud of the work that I did yesterday because I said I was going to do 200 outbound DMs. I might have stopped at 150 probably, and I'm going to do the rest of the DMs right now after I finish this video. But yeah, that is one more thing which I wanted to add into this. Okay, it is the fact that a lot of the times I do the work and feel shit, and a lot of the times I don't do the work and I feel good. And like it just the thing is a lot like a lot of the times I feel the way that I don't want to feel. So I didn't do the work, I'm still feeling fine. I did do the work, I'm still feeling shit. The thing is, I have started to judge myself, or at least from now on I've started to judge myself from the inputs or from the work that I do. At least yeah, that's what that's what has kind of helped me, or like helped me reframe reality, so that like I can have a little bit of self-esteem around who the type of person that I am. Because if you're outcome focused, a lot of times outcome don't happen. Most of the time outcomes don't happen. But if you are if you're input focused, and you can 10x the inputs, or you can do as many inputs which make you unreasonable for you to fail. For me at least, even if I do fail, even if I do fail, I would know that okay, fine, we did the inputs, we did this input, something is wrong in the inputs, or we didn't do enough volume, so we need to fix that. That's fine, like we can fix shit. But if you know what needs to be done, if you're not doing it, personally it just eats me alive. So I just try to do it more. So if you're in rut right now, if you're in rut and maybe it's 9 p.m, you haven't sent a single outbound DM, you could go ahead and send the message to your boss, which is like, hey, I couldn't do it, I was caught up with something, I'm feeling sick, or this or that. You could do all of that shit. And I'm saying this because I've done it before, and it doesn't help. Nobody benefits from it. And honestly, a lot of the times whenever I make excuses, or I just lie to myself with anything like that, the next day, even if I get like 8 hours of sleep or 7 hours of sleep, I wake up weaker. It just I don't know what it is. I just wake up weaker. I act slower, I just don't feel good, or whatever. And whenever this is my personal observation, whenever I go above and beyond, and I go fuck it, like I don't give a fuck about the sleep, the work needs to be done, and maybe I sleep a little bit less, maybe I sleep 4 hours, maybe 5 hours sometimes, because the work has extended, and that work needed to be doing. Even after waking 4 or 5 hours, I feel crazy good. because I don't know, it just must be the self-esteem thing. It's like, okay, I'm the type of person that I want to be, and I can do this shit, and I know I'm disciplined, I can do this shit again. So I don't know what it is, and I wouldn't like to comment about it, but this is just my personal observation. So at least for me, I have like for me I actually just try to just do the work, just to make myself like just to make myself feel a little bit better, and not just shitty. So a little update for you guys here. Yesterday, me and my boss talked about it, and we actually have started to we actually have started to like qualify people even more. So it's even better now. I don't know what. Yeah, it's better. Okay, so his mentor told him that we should do that, so we are doing that. And what the qualifications that we changed are: anybody who is earning less than $40,000, we just instantly disqualify, and it's good. But we were doing 200 outbounds previously, and with 200 outbounds we were getting 4% appointment, sorry, 2% appointment sitting rate, that is 4 calls. And we were doing that, and we were getting around 2 to 3 calls a day on average, which was good. But a lot of the times those calls were not above 40k per month, sorry, above 40k a year. So yeah, our qualification has become more stricter, so it's rarer to find more people who are qualified. What to do? Do more volume. So me and my boss just talked about this yesterday. We just said, and I told him I think we should be fine doing 250 outbound DMs a day from a single account. Yeah, and he said, yeah, bro. And he was just happy about the fact that I thought about it, because 200 it takes a fuck ton of time to like actually send 200 DMs, because when you are actually sending 200, let's say you send 50, you're going to get at least 15 to 20 responses while you are sending the 50. So you're not just sending 50, you're also like talking to people while you're doing the outbound, so it takes longer for you to do the outbound itself. I have started to develop some routines, some strategies around what to do and what not to do, to like just to optimize how long it takes for me to just get this thing done. Obviously, the more you do, the better you get. The better you get, the more you do. But yeah, we are still changing, and we are still pushing things forward. So from now on, I think our new volume goal target will be 250. So it's insane, because we started from 100, then we went to 150, then we went to 160, then we went to 200, now we are at 250. Yeah, it's what's required, so it's what we are going to do. And yeah, let me check if I forgot one thing. Yo, yeah. So this is a very interesting thing, and this is something which I ask myself again and again. So whenever I'm just like, whenever I'm alone, or like in my mind, and I tend to walk every single day, because it just clears my head. So I ask myself, what is the advice that I need to hear? What is the advice that I need to hear, or what is the advice which what like if I'm just fucking confused, which I was about like making this video. I was just like, okay, what video to make, what should I do? I just asked myself from this lens, which is what would Alex Hormozi do? Now I choose Alex Hormozi because that is the type of, like, he has this content plan and content strategy, and all of the content that I'm putting out, it is an extraction from his plan, and I've basically learned all of this stuff from him. So I was like, okay, what would Alex Hormozi do? And it has helped me a lot with the decision making of this video. And not just this, like yesterday I was sending a DM, and the guy was super qualified, so I didn't want to mess up that guy. And my boss, he told me that hey, like, hey, this guy is super qualified, respond to him instantly when he does. So I was like, okay, got you. And he responded back, and my boss was away, like my boss was offline, I think. And I was like, I don't want to fuck up. So I just thought to myself, like, because me and my boss, like, we kind of I do more outbound. So in my argument, I have more experience talking to people, but still I have more experience talking to people, and like trying to see the nuances of what it like, how it works, and like when someone just ghosts us, and why do people ghost us. So I tend to type a little bit different, and he just copies the fucking script because he has wrote in the fucking script, and he knows that the fucking script works, and it does work, but there's like some little nuances. So I thought to myself, okay, what would my boss do? What would my like what would my boss do right now? What would he send this guy? So he just fucking sent a whole fucking venting paragraph about why his life is just here and there, and he's trying to balance a lot of stuff together. I wrote the exact thing that I think my boss would write, and it just came out flawlessly. He responded by it was really good, and nobody had a problem with it. So I don't know, I kind of just went sideways with it. But you guys, if you want, if you're stressed out about a decision that you need to make, you can just think to yourself, okay, what would a type of person do who does this thing? So it could be anything, right? What would a millionaire do? What would a guy who's trying to make a million do? What would a good set, or what would a serial entrepreneur do? I literally remind myself every other day, or maybe every single day, that I just need to be more patient. And by patient, I just means I just need to do more of the same thing that I am doing, because the plan is solid with us actually. Like, we're working with an influencer, we are making, like, we are doing steps every single day. And mind you, one more thing, okay, we also started to do story CTAs. We were always doing story CTAs, but my boss did a new type of story CTA 2 days ago, and I think just like day before yesterday, and that story fucking blew up. We got like 400. This is my approximation. We got like 400 to 500 inbound leads. 400 to 500 inbound leads just from that one story. Like, I'm literally like non-stop, just talking to these people for 8 hours, 9 hours. Okay, then I fucking slept, then I woke up again, and there's more leads. It's like insane, fuck. Because the story lasts 24 hours, right? So that thing works, and this works, and I was like, okay, I need to be more patient, because at least I feel like, okay, I like need to earn money, need to show some results. I'm a high school dropout, and blah blah blah. Yeah, I just need to be more patient with inputs. So all that aside, I just like, for me, I just wanted to like update you guys about the fact that for me, I think that my current constraint, I believe that it is the ability to say no to things. And not just that, it's also consistency. So I'm actively trying to work on both of those, and the way I'm going to work on both of those is just by doing both of those. Simple. So by the skill of saying no, or the muscle of saying no, I actually mean when there's like two things that you can do, which is there is this thing which is maybe drinking water, or drinking water is always good, but there is this thing which is maybe showering, and there's this thing which is going in and doing the work. What is more important? Some people matter, both are important, but you need to fucking prioritize, right? So for you to like get one thing done, you need to like just say no to other things, all the other things. And sure, I'm not terrible at it, but obviously I like, there's a lot of things that I need to improve on, because yesterday I just like said yes to everything which was not the work, and basically the work got said no, so I didn't do the work for 12 hours. It's insane, right? And I just imagined myself, what would have happened if I just did the work, like if I said no to everything, if I just said, okay, I'm not eating till I get the work done, I'm not showering till I get the work done, I'm not doing this X thing till I get the work done, I'm not watching the video that I want to watch till I get the work done, I'm not I'm not texting my boss back till I get X amount of work done. I feel like that would be a more viable strategy, because then you're saying no to things that do not matter for the thing that does matter, the main thing that does matter, and you also get the work done faster. So that is one muscle which I'm trying to develop, and it's not just based on that, it's also based upon when people message me on Instagram, and just for some context, I don't get any messages on Instagram. Like, it's It's like it's nothing. It's nobody messages me. It's also sad, but it's also good. I think my sister DMs me sometimes, but she also lives with me, so whatever. When people message me on Instagram, when people used to message me on Instagram, like last week, some people did. A lot of the times, it's just bullshit things. So for me, I just like have learned kind of to say no to those. So I sometimes just leave them on scene, or don't like. I have just started to leave them on scene. Okay, if the person who is messaging me who is not a level above than me, I just leave them on scene. I just don't give a fuck, like, because I have better things to do. I have work to do. Leave them on scene. Say no to this opportunity and say yes to the work that matters the most. So I'm just like I'm just learning the skill even more and more and more. And the second one is consistency. I say consistency, and I'm gonna define what consistency is. Consistency is basically doing the same thing over and over again, despite despite the nature of the outcome. So this is how I define it. So you could do something, and if it goes really good, you keep on doing the same thing over and over and over again. So you keep on doing the same thing, and if you did the thing and it doesn't go well yet, yet, then you keep on doing the thing until it does get good enough that it actually starts to work. So it's about consistency. So you could say, when I'm uploading these videos right now, I'm being consistent because these videos technically are not working. Like, I get 4 views, I get 5 views, I get 4 to 10 views sometimes. So these videos are technically not working, yet, right? Obviously there's a lot of improvements that I need to make on my side on value per second, but keeping those things aside, for me, I just like lack for me I think I lack the current skill, which current trait of consistency, because a lot of the times when we actually start to do good, I tend to stop. I I tend to just stop, or tend to like take the pedal off the gas. So maybe it's 5 p.m. and we have already sent 120 DMs. I would just act a little bit slower. I wouldn't be as sharp with my DMs. Or if we have already booked 3-4 calls for the day, I wouldn't be as sharp with my DMs or things like that. So it's like, okay, that is a constraint. That is not good. So that is not me trying the hardest to actually like squeeze the most out of it. So yeah, that is one thing which I'm trying to improve on. How I'm going to improve it? Actually, this is my actual plan. Okay, I'm gonna go say no to. I have changed the environment for me, which is I've logged out. I've logged out Instagram, which is the only restraint, the only thing that kind of distracts me from all of my phones. I've done that, and yeah, and so if I don't have Instagram on my phone, I'm not going to use Instagram, and I'm just logged out of it. And I don't use multiple phones at the same time. So maybe I would have one phone here, but I just like I'm listening to a podcast while I'm like sending outbound. And with the outbound thing, I'm only doing outbound, and with like the laptop is open, but the laptop is like I have opened the script and nothing else. So the main strategy is just saying no. Just the strategy is simple. Just say no, bro. Just say, like, I've changed the environment. I've tweaked the environment so that the thing that I don't want to do is harder, and the thing that I do want to do is easier. But the main thing is you just have to do the thing. So I'm just focusing on doing the thing, of being more consistent, of being able to do the same thing despite the nature of the outcome, and also saying no to things that does not matter. So that was the video. Hope somebody found some value in this video. And I don't know if anybody watched this whole video. Maybe some people will in few years, because oh, Nekit, this guy is so rich or whatever. So yeah, if you're in a rut, or if you're in a situation when you're fucked up, when you're like not, if you haven't done enough work which you said you were going to do, I didn't mean to use the quotation marks then, but if you have not reached the amount of inputs that you said you were going to do, the only win there is doing it anyways. The only way to win in that scenario is just sacrificing sleep, just just winning anyways, just fucking win anyways. Like, because if you lose, if you don't do the work, then you will just grow weaker. You will just feel like you'll feel pain about the fact that why don't you do the work? You could have done the work. You could have not slept for 2 days. Why not? Why couldn't you do it? You could have drank more coffee. Of course, people will say, "Oh, it's unhealthy and shit like that." Guys, we are entrepreneurs, guys. Like, sometimes we just have to do shits and break shit, move. We gotta get shit done. We are not. Of course, a lot of entrepreneurs are really health focused, but for me, I just want to get the shit done, and I don't really care about whatever. Okay, this was the video. Hope you found value in this. If you did, share it with a friend, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.